What up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's Carter TV, and I'm back with Chapter 9, Secrets in the Streets. This chapter is called The End of a New Beginning. We start this chapter off with Detective Johnson. He's looking for Charlie. As you know, in the last episode, Charlie got rid of 3 of the organization members and his crew. Now, Tony put that in motion to, get him out the map by getting him locked up. So basically, she set Charlie up, but getting these guys swiped off. Now, Charlie decides to go into hiding. He decides to go into hiding due to the fact the feds are looking for him. He don't want to wait and find out why they're looking for him, so he goes into hiding and finds a way to get closer to Tony. So we go to Ma, Star, and that little crew, where they notice Tony's becoming a whole different person. She's taking out anybody that even look at her wrong. So, they stay in her good graces. And Star was just like, it's a lot been going on these past couple of days. I'm hearing about these big organization people that got hit. And Mo was just kind of quiet in the corner. She's kind of quiet in the corner. And then Tony tells her to come. Let me talk to you for a minute, Mo. So Storm's looking at her like, what the fuck going on? So Zoe was like, yo, she trying to stay your girl. Tony go that way. So Storm looks at her like, shut up, Zoe. Shut up, Zoe. She ain't trying to steal nothing. I don't know. Maybe Tony got something else planned for Mo. I don't know. Well, you better find out. She could be trying to offer just for her looking at her wrong. Star was like, word, just wait and see what happens. So Mo was talking to Tony. You feel me? She was like, what's up, Tony? She was like, did you find out that location for me? She was like, yeah. Good. Pack up and go out there. So Mo was like, what? Go out there? Yeah. Go pick them up. Go pick who up? Go pick up Vicky and her son and bring them back to me. Is that a problem? She was like, no, it's not. I know that's your friend. So it shouldn't be hard, right? Right. Go get her. And don't come back without her. Understand? You got 48 hours. Be gone. You might hurry up. You got a flight to catch. So Storm didn't see Mo leave. She didn't see her leave, so she comes up to Tony and was like, hey, Tone. She looks around to see if Mo was still there. What's the next move? And where's Mo? Oh, don't worry about Mo. The next move, you got to go drop this package off the boss. Get it going. So Storm was like, what the fuck is going on? So Tony is making moves and arrangements now. She's cleaning up. She's going towards Felipe's crew, his crew, and she's going towards D-Bear's crew, and she's making these guys offers. Listen, I know y'all King is not here no more, but I'm the head bitch in charge. You understand? You still want to get money? You still want to run these side of towns? You come see me. If you don't, you don't eat. You eat what I give. If any motherfucker got a problem with that, they can get laid down here and now. So one eyeball steps up, was like, I got a fucking problem with it. She blows his head off completely in front of niggas. Boom! Anybody else got something to say? They just like, nah, when can we pick up the package? You like the man that should be in charge over here. Good, that's what I like to hear. It'll be here tonight. You just make sure you pick it up. So she goes to Felipe Cruz, basically get in the same situation. This time, in that midst of talking, Sheena is there. Sheena is there low-key hiding out. And she's in the, in the crib where Felipe died. And the guys is outside from the crib. And she spots Tony talking to them. And she sees them talking or whatever. She pulls out her phone and starts recording. And, one of the guys stepped out of line. And she shot him right in the face. Boom. Sheena caught him and was like, what the fuck? Now, she didn't act. She didn't make any sudden moves. She just watched. And after a few more words of what Tony said, she left. You feel me? So Sheena runs downstairs and is like, what the fuck just happened? She said, that black bitch, man. She did that. What the fuck she was here for? She was telling us we work for her now. She dropping something off the night. So Sheena's like, what the fuck? Why'd she kill him? So the one dude was like, he stepped out of line. She not with the shits, and she letting us know that. Damn. So Sheena was like, oh, shit. So we go to Detective Johnson there, which, you know, Sheena pulls back up to the station. And, you know, she see that he's back on his feet and everything, because she took vacation time. She took a little time off ever since the death of her cousin. So she took a little time off. Now she's back, and she witnessed, you know, Tony killing somebody. She didn't say nothing. I think she was going to use that for insurance and purposes. So she didn't say nothing to her partner. And, you know, being that she took time off, it kind of threw the case that they was building on her. It lay low because she was laying low. So her partner was still on edge. Detective Johnson was like, what's going on? Sheena, welcome back, welcome back. She was like, it's good to be back. How you feeling? She's like, I'm just ready to work and get my mind off things. So partner, that's good. We got a few cases, a couple dead bodies out there. Where? The same location she was at earlier that day. That's where they was going to. So she already knew what was up. Nobody in the hood was speaking. So she didn't say nothing. She got to the crime scene. She examined everything, asking questions. Some of the dudes was like, bitch, you know what happened. Why you here? So she was like, basically, I'm just making the shit look good. She's like, you got your shooter. Why you here? So Detective Johnson was like, low-key watching as he was talking to them dudes. And one of the dudes was getting really angry. He was getting really angry. And he was getting annoyed by Sheena because Sheena know what was up. So Detective Johnson makes his way over there. He's like, yo, partner, you all right? And he looks at the dude. He's like, yeah, we good, man. We good. We good, partner. We good. We good, right? He's like, yeah, fuck out of here, man. Fucking pigs. So he was pissed. So her partner was like, yo, everything good? Everything good? Yeah. I think that kid that died was either a close friend or family, but he's a little upset. He said, nah, he seemed a little upset about something else. You sure? Yeah, partner, he was upset. You know, you lost somebody close to him. All right. So Sheena's like, there's a lot going on now. There's a lot going down. Spider's in control of what's going on in Felipe's old area. You know what I'm saying? And Boss was in control of D-Bear's old area, which Tony decides to tell the two, mix the crews up. So you take a couple guys over there, switch it up. Blend this shit up. So she wants the crew to be mixed up. She don't want no racial thing going on. She want everybody to be on the same team. So now that she has control of the whole town now, she decides to spin how she was doing before. And she had Storm in one town. She had Tony in one, Star in one town. She had Zoe in one town, and she had Aaliyah in another town. And she was basically starting to control everything and right in the palm of her hands. With all this movement and changing going around, people started to really know who she was and how she was coming. She was racking up police in her pocket. She was putting judges on payrolls. She was really moving. And the one place that she didn't have in her pocket was the station in her town, her major town that, where she first decided to. She didn't have them in her pocket, which that's something she needed to change. She remember how Boss had the lieutenant, the captain of that station in his pocket, which once Boss lost all powers and everything, he lost that. So she needed to revisit that and go meet up with the dude. She ends up catching the dude in a public place with his family. And, she was dressed like a bum, I guess, to throw him off because of who she was. So she was dressed with her hair messed up. She had, little dirt on her face. She had ripped up clothing. And she walked up to him. And he kind of was like, hey, back up. And she was coming at him, coughing and everything. He's like, oh, back up, man. Where's your mask? Where's your mask? And once she lifted up her head, he kind of was looking at her like, you look familiar. And she backed out a piece of a glass and stuck it to his stomach. He's like, don't fucking move or I'll cut you. And he was like, what do you want? What do you want? Let's go talk. All I want to do is talk. Don't make no sudden moves. Tell your wife you will be back. Turn around and tell her. So he slowly turned around and was like, hey, babe, I'll be right back. I'm going to go, Talk to a few guys I see over there. So she goes, okay, honey, okay, honey. So his son was like, Dad, hurry back. So I want to, I want to go around with you. Hurry back. He's like, I'll be back, son. I'll be back, son. So she takes him outside, walks him. So she revealed who she is. She wipes a little dirt off her face. You remember me, right? And he was like, Tony, how could I fucking forget? Can I put this knife down without you making any sudden moves? You good, I ain't strapped. Good. Because you know I don't get down with no fucking knife. Anyway, I need you on my payroll. So he was like, what the fuck? I'm out here with my family. This is how you coming at me? Listen, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know how I give it up. You know how I get down. It's either you join the payroll or I'll find somebody else who would. I remember you was being on boss's payroll. He said, yeah, but I had to get out. Shit was getting too thin. Shit was getting too close to home. Shit was just a mess when he was in control. When he had us. I said, I ain't boss. I move so much better now. I'm so much better and I got so much shit. So if you really want to make money before your retirement, because I know it's coming. I know it's coming, player. Trust me, just because I ain't got you in my pocket don't mean I don't know what's going on in that damn station. You hear me? So he was like, oh, shit. So he was like, my retirement is in the next 2 months, man. I don't want to do this. So give me 2 months of your time. Just give me 2 months. And whoever else is, I'll be on their ass. You'll walk away with a clean slate. I won't throw you under the bus. I won't include you nothing. It's just when I need you, you better pick up that phone call. He was like, all right. I understand you was charging boss 20. And he was like, yeah. So what's the pay for me? For you? I need 75 G's. 75 G's? This is how you do me? Listen, you came to me and my family. You coming to me 2 months before my retirement plan. Somebody see us talking like that. What you think gonna happen to me? I need all expenses, especially if I need to pay for a lawyer. So she was like, I could agree to 75. That's nothing. That's nothing. I was expecting a little higher than that, but I'll take it. Stay in touch. So she leaves. The wife comes out. You all right? You all right? I'm good. How's the kids? They're hungry. Ready to go eat? Let's go eat. So now that she's getting people on her payroll now, Tony is really making these moves. She's doing the damn thing. So now we go to Mo, who heads out to Florida. And she meets up with Vicky and Destiny. She gets out there, pulls up at Vicky's location. Luckily for Mo, Vicky was on her way back to the town at the time. She was on her way back to the town. And she was on the phone with Charlie. And Charlie was basically letting her know what it was. Like, I'm being looked for. I think I'm on a run, babe. I don't think you should come back to New York. So she was like, wow, I've been out here for too long. Like, what about my job? He was like, you can't find a way to transfer or something like that? So she was like, hold on, somebody's at the door. He was like, somebody at the door? Is that Destiny? Hold on, I don't know, I'm gonna go check. So Mo pulls up. So she was like, Mo, and she said it loud enough for him to hear. He was like, Mo's there? What the fuck going on? So Mo's there, and Destiny's not in the crib. I think she took the little boy outside for some ice cream or something. So Mo's there, and Mo was just like, she had this look on her face like she done seen the devil, and the devil slapped the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, Mo, what are you doing here? So she was quiet for the first 2 minutes. She was like, hello, Mo, you all right? So Mo was like, I need you to come with me. She was like, come with you where? Back to New York. I'm getting ready to go back to New York. I'm just waiting for my son to get back. She was like, no, I need you to come back with me now. I need you to come back with me now. So Star was low-key sent out there. You know what I'm saying? Star was low-key sent out there. And she was told to go out there and grab Vicky and her son if Mo do not make it back in time. She was low-key told that. So Star was like literally right behind Mo when she was, making a move. When she saw the little boy she ended up catching Destiny slipping. She walked up on Destiny from behind and racked her from behind the head, boop, in public. Snatched the little boy up, threw him in the car, and drove off. So a couple people saw, but they didn't see who the girl was. She had a hoodie on, she was covered up, she took off. Star, what she decides to do was go straight back to the airport, jump on the flight, and head back to New York. So now she kidnapped the little boy and took him back to New York. So Destiny rushes back to the room, to the home, to where Vicky was, to find Mo there. And she had, you know, a bruise on her face. And she was like, Destiny, where's my son? So she's like, girl, some girl just snatched him up. So she's freaking out, what? Mind you, Charlie's on the phone hearing all this shit. So some girl just snatched her up. Some girl just snatched her up. So Mo bowed her head down. So she looked at Mo, was like, Mo, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Who took my son? She like, I don't know. I was just told to come get you. Told by who? So Destiny was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And she slapped her. Boom! Right across Mo's face. So Mo was like, I don't want to fight y'all. I don't want to do this to my friends. I don't think I could. So then Vicky was like, who got my son? Who got my son? She's going off. Tony. 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 So Charlie's hearing all this going on. You know, he hears this going on. And Mo was like, girl, if you want your son back, you got to come back to New York. You got to come back to New York. So Destiny was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So a couple guys come into the spot, right? They come into the spot. They come into the location. And they see Vicky. And they instantly grab her up. So Mo was like, I got this, I got this. They backhand Mo. Boom. Knocked her down. They punched Destiny in her stomach, punched her in her face, dropped her. So Mo backed out her gun, was ready to shoot until one of them popped her up. No, Star came in the room and lit her ass up. Poof, poof. 2 times. One in the chest and one in the stomach. And she looked at her and was like, I knew you couldn't do this shit. You too attached to these damn girls. Don't worry, we got her from here. And left her there to bleed out. So Vicky was like, get the fuck off me. Star, what's going on? What's going on? I got your son, bitch. If you want to see him back, you better bring your ass to New York like you know what's good for you. Get off me. So she slapped Star. Smacked her across her milling. Star was like, that's all you got, bitch? She takes the gun and backhand her. Boom! Knocked Vicky. Gave her a scar right above her eyebrow. Started bleeding a little bit. Then they picked her up, dragged her out, and took her. So now they got Vicky and her son. And they on their way back to New York. Destiny ends up coming too. 20 minutes later, she ends up waking up from being knocked out to find Mo laying there dead in a pool of blood. She was like, what the fuck? Mo. So Charlie, he had left the phone open. And he heard somebody else breathing. So he like, hello? Hello? So Destiny was listening. She was like, looking around to see where it was coming from. It was Vicky's phone. She was like, Charlie? So he's like, Destiny? What the fuck going on over there? They took your baby and they took Vicky. Who? Who took her? I don't know. And they killed Mo. I was like, calm down. You gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. Where are you? She said, I'm in this hotel. I don't know what to do. You need to get up out of there. You need to come back to New York. You got to get out of here. The police end up coming in. She ends up hanging up the phone. So she ends up telling them what happened. And she ends up having to get up out of there now. After she gave her statement or whatever, she called back Charlie. And basically asked Charlie, she's like, can you cash out me some money so I can get back to New York? I just lost my friend. I don't know what's going on. My other friend and her son. He was like, chill, relax, I got you. First thing you do is book your flight and come to New York. She's like, thank you, Charlie. He sends about good $300 on Cash App. She just back to New York first thing. They killed Mo and left her there. So when Star gets back, right? Star gets back. And Storm was like, yo, have you seen Mo? Have you seen Mo? So Vicky's like, get off me. Get off me. Get off me. They end up throwing her in a different room from her son. They separate from her son. And Tony comes in. She's like, you better calm down, bitch. You'll never see your son again. His ass will be in foster care with a drug dealer boyfriend and a mother on fucking drugs as she pulls out a needle and shooting it, like showing like she'll inject her with some shit. So Vicky calms down. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? Why are you taking this out on me or my son? This ain't got nothing to do with us. You right. But it involves around your man, Charlie. I don't want you or your son walking around free until he is caught. Right now, the cops are looking for him for a murder. And since he's nowhere to be found, you are leverage. And if he wants you back, he will turn himself the fuck in. That's a dirty play from a person like you. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You got to hit him where it hurts. And I know he'll do whatever it takes to get you and his son back. So she said, you dirty bitch. You ain't going to get away with this. I already have, sweetheart. I already have. So Zoe and Leah just looking on. Right. Oh, how's your friend Mo? Storm would just so happen to walk by. How's your friend Mo? So Vicky just looked at her, and right before she's about to charge her, the dude grabbed her up and was like, I ought to kill you for what you did to her. I ought to kill you what you did to her. I knew she couldn't be trusted from the jump. She had to go. So Storm hears this, and like, she's hit, like, what the fuck? She had to go. What does that mean? Tony comes out of the room, see her. You all right, Storm? She like, I'm good. Playing it off. I'm good. I'm good. All right. Move around, bitch. So she decides to move. And they lock Vicky in a room. And they locked her in a room. Storm comes back 20 minutes later. She was like, Vicky. So Vicky hears it. Vicky. Who the fuck is that? What you want? It's Storm. What happened with Mo? Why the fuck do you care? Fuck you gonna do? That was my girl. Like, I loved her. Like, can you just tell me what happened, please? I don't know what's going on. They killed her, Storm. I guess she was supposed to come get me and my son, and it didn't go as planned. And they shot her. Right then and there. Right in front of my eyes. Who did it? It was Star. I'm sorry, Storm. My friend is gone. So was your girlfriend. So Storm breaks down and cries. Like, she cries. Like, she's hurt. She just lost her girl for a few years, you feel me? She was getting money with her and they was living their life and everything. She just lost her just like that. Damn, I'm so sorry. So now we go to Boss, who's, you know, moving things. He's getting back into his old power. He's seeing how shit moving now. He's getting money. You know what I'm saying? The police is on it. Police is everywhere. They flying in and out around. Product is still being sold. Tony is taking over. Tony is really taking the fuck over. She's doing the damn thing. And she's getting people out the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? She's making all these arrangements. She's making all these moves. She's making shit happen. She's getting these out-of-town people coming in. They getting their product, moving it. Getting their product. She's making money. She's making millions. What also she decides to do, her and Miss Indigo, is to really take over the organization. Now it's just women at power. It's women empowerment. You feel me? It's their little movement going on. And, you know, Mr. Indigo shared with her that, you know, they was building a building in their town. Maybe we could finish it up and really move some money and some work out of it. So Tony was like, what kind of building? I think it was a building a casino. That's not a bad fucking deal. A casino. You know how much money we'll make? Money. She's like, I know, girl. I'm gonna get right on it. Yeah, let's do that. As they having their moment, you know, Miss Indigo asked her, what's going on with your son? You know, I didn't really hear too much about him. You know, they saying he's not in that prison no more. They said he got out. He's right. She said that's what the word is. He is. I'm gonna find out his location, don't worry. She said, make sure you do. Because I got my way of finding out things too, boo-boo. Can't have us going down, especially with all this good money coming in and this, you know, we finally in power as women. She said, I'm gonna take care of it. All right. So now we go to KJ, who's been, you know, put on witness protection. He's been put on witness protection for the past 2 months. And since that happened with Mr. Johnson, Detective Johnson, he hasn't really seen him like that until now. He said, yo, bro, where you been at, bro? Like, I've been here bored out my motherfucking mind. I could barely take a piss without motherfuckers watching me. He said, well, there's a lot going on back at home. He's like, what you mean? Your mother really took over. She's a really woman empowerment now. Her shit, the plan is coming together. He said, what you mean? My mother had this whole big plan of taking over everything. Even the organization. If she's that far along the line, she can't be touched now. The best thing for you to do is get somebody on her side to flip. That's the only way. So Detective Johnson was like, what about you? What about me? Motherfucker, she probably know I'm talking to your ass now, nigga. She probably looking for me and shit. He was like, you gotta find a way then. Find a way to get in her good graces. You probably right. Probably do. He said, what's your plan? I don't know yet. I'm gonna think it's something. So Mrs. Indigo low-key get in contact with one of the detectives that's with Mr. Johnson. She gets in contact with him and gets his location. And basically, KJ reaches out to his mom as well. He finds a way to reach out to his mom. And they're texting. He was like, yo, Mom, I need to come home. I can't live like this. She was like, son, you made your grave, now you gotta sleep in it. He said, my grave ain't made yet. I still got one more ace up my sleeve. And she basically, this is mind you through text. There's nothing you can do that can save you right now. What if there is? Without this case that's about to brew on you, now what? Like, I'm the key witness here. He said, so what do you want to do? You gonna flip on your mother? I said, Mom, you shot me. So through texting, they end up calling each other. He's like, Mom, you shot me. Like, what do you, and then you left me in the jail to rot. She was like, you know what? You right. I am sorry for that. I do apologize on my end and for not telling you about your father. I do own up to my choices that I made, and I truly am sorry, son. And I hope one day you can forgive me. So, you know, he started, you know, tearing up a little bit on the phone. He was just like, I don't want us to be like this. Mother and son, you're the only family I got left. And Charlie. She was like, don't worry. We gonna get rid of him too. She said, can't get rid of Charlie, that's my brother. He's like, he ain't your brother no more. He wanted for murder, capital murder at that. Damn, what the fuck is going on back home? It's a lot, son. It's really a lot. So she goes, listen. He goes, listen, this RICO case they building on you, it can go away. I just got to get rid of the stuff that they know. She said, how you plan on doing that? I got my ways. Just make sure you know about it firsthand so I can tell you. So she was like, you know what? Let's meet up. Meet up? Yeah. You said you're going to show me, right? So let's meet up. All right. We could do that. We could definitely do that. So he decides to meet up with his mother. And on the phone, she basically said, I'll give you a full confession about what happened. I'll give you a full confession, son. And you can live your life and take care of your son. Because I want to see my grandbaby live his life on with his dad. So she starts smooth talking the situation and making him feel comfortable enough. So Detective Johnson comes the way he was at. And here's conversation going on. So he's like, just send me the location and I'll be there. So now him and Detective Johnson is talking alone. I got a chance to meet my mother. She's gonna drop a confession. Instead of a wire, I just have a tape recorder on me. And he told Detective Johnson, put on the vest. He was like, why? Put on the vest and put this ketchup package behind that vest. I got a plan. So the other detective didn't know what was going on. He did not know what was going on. He was completely clueless. They decided to meet up with the mom, right? They meet up with his mom and they're talking. She's confessing everything. They're talking. And the one detective pops out. We gotta start moving in. And both Detective Johnson and the detective start moving in on her. So he ends up, the other partner start cuffing her, right? He's like, I'm sorry, Mom. He's like, I know you is. So he takes so when Detective Johnson was not looking, he puts his gun back in the holster. KJ goes around him, takes it out, turns him around and shoots him. Boom, boom, in his chest. Poof, poof, drops him. Then shoots him 2 more times. Poof, poof. Blood splattered everywhere to make it look like he's really gone. So Tony looks at him. The other detective behind her wasn't really putting the cuffs on. He was there to witness everything going down. So she was like, welcome home, son. It's good to be home, Mom. She gives him a hug. They skate off. She ends up shooting the detective in his head. Poof! Now the cops are swarming in. Her and KJ skate. KJ's back with his mom's now. Now this shit is getting real. Detective Johnson comes to and he was like, yo, what the fuck happened out there? A plan in the making. And we end the chapter there. That's crazy, baby.